Welcome to Morrigan's Cottage. Morrigan's Cottage is a 200-year-old cottage set in Ireland's beautiful and wild west. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Morrigan's Cottage. This is Morrigan. Oh, come up to your mama. This is my baby Morrigan, who the house was bought for and who it's named after. Say hi. Oh, thank you. And my name is Aisling. I am technically the owner, although it's Morrigan's, of this 200-year-old Irish cottage set on 4 acres in Ireland's west. First of all, happy St. Patrick's Day. You won't see this on St. Patrick's Day, but it's St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day from us in the future. And if you're seeing this video, it means one thing, and one good thing. The builders have arrived and the builders have started. So today is March 17th. It is just a few days before the builders are booked in to arrive. So they will be with us the end of this week, early next week, to get working on the house. And I thought I would take the time to make a little video and do a tour of the house before the builders get here, and also just have like a little sit down chat and kind of talk through everything. So we're going to do a full tour of the house, so stay tuned for that. That'll be in this video. And first we'll just have like a little chat, a little yap. So grab your tea and get comfy. I kind of have a mental list of what we'll talk about, but we'll see what comes out. Yeah. So it is amazing news. The builders have arrived. By the time you're watching this, they'll be here. They'll be working on this house, doing things. And this room will look very different to how it did before, as will all the other rooms. So excited. Before I get into the tour or anything else, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has stuck with us the last year of waiting for the grant. Do you remember the long wait for the grant? And you know, stuck with us through all the grass cutting, to painting all these rooms white, to then take all the plaster off. I was just thinking this time last year is when I think a lot of people maybe started following roughly around this time last year. A video I put up was Everything Went Wrong, and it was the weekend where literally everything went wrong. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend, and on the drive home the tire of my car burst and we got stuck at the side of the road for like 3 hours and we couldn't get anyone to come help. Well, my dad frantically called people trying to get someone to come and help me with my car. So that was this day last year. So it's crazy that now, a year later, we're still here, not moved in. This video is going to be what's the plan right now, what's the plan for the future. So we all have an idea of what the plan is. But basically, once the builders come in, they'll be here a couple weeks. I think maybe 4, 5, maybe less. But I'm kind of mentally thinking it's going to be like 4 or 5 weeks. And they are going to be doing a whole host of work on the house. So it is a rough idea of a plan, and we're going to see how it goes. But basically, the roof has to be done. The foundation of this wall behind me, I think, needs to be done. We need new electrics. We need a heating system. We need the plumbing redone. A whole new bathroom, which has been in my living room for the last couple months. And I think gutters. And maybe the flue on the stove. I think that might be it. Oh, and fixing up the walls, obviously. So that's kind of like the rough idea on the plan. And then obviously once Desi and Francis are here, they will get into it and they'll figure out what needs doing. And they'll just work away. And that's kind of the plan. And in regards to what happens first or how it's going to happen, that's all on them. I'm not the professional, obviously, so they will just be doing whatever they need to do and I will be in the background. And that's kind of how things are going to go. They're going to be here for a couple weeks and then they'll be gone and the house will be livable at last. After a year of paying for a mortgage, I will be able to move into my house, which is really exciting. Now the house will be by no means finished, but it will have heating. Thank God, I'm freezing. I'm like here right now freezing. It'll have heating, it'll have safe electrics, because at the moment the electrics are very dodgy. We'll have hot water. We've no hot water. If I want hot water right now, I have to boil the kettle. We will have a new bathroom. We'll have a fixed up roof. We'll have fixed up walls. So the house won't be perfect, but it'll be good enough that I can be here, and then the rest can, you know, we can work away on that. I've had lots of questions. Will I be here while Desi and Francis are here? Will I be filming? What's the plan for all that? And the answer is no, I won't be here and I won't be filming. I work up in Dublin, and a big part of this project is going to be having the roof off. The electrics are going to be off. There's probably going to be no plumbing for a little bit. And I don't really have an idea of like timeline for if they rip all the electrics out, how quick will the electrics go back in? I don't know. So there won't be internet, there won't be power, and there won't be plumbing when they rip out the bathroom and stuff and all the piping. So when that's going on, I won't be here. I can't. I still have to work. I don't have that much holiday time that I can be down, and I don't want to be here if there's no heating and there's no heating anyway, but if there's no like toilet, I'm too much of a princess. I wouldn't be able to like pee in a bucket. So we will not be here. So that's kind of the thought process, is that if, you know, I can't work, there's no way I'd be able to work from home here if the power's off, and if there's no running water for a little bit, or if there's no toilet for a little bit, like it's not practical for me to be here, and it's going to be dusty, everything's going to be ripped out. I will be in the way, and I don't want to be in their way. I want them to come in, do their job, and then they can move on to their next project. So while the builders are here, I probably won't be here. There may be days where I have to be here, like they might need me for something, I don't really know, and I'll find out when they come and when we talk and whatever. I'll find out what they need from me. There might be a few days that I'll be here still repointing the walls, because we still haven't finished that, but while they're doing other bits, maybe I can sit and repoint just to kind of help out, because obviously it all needs to be repointed, so if I'm not doing it, they have to kind of do it. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan, is that I'll be here sometimes, but not a lot. I'm also not shoving a camera in their face, because that makes me feel kind of weird. It's weird enough me filming myself. I feel weird about filming other people. And I don't want to be in the way, so I won't be here. That answers that question. So what's the plan? I don't know. It's one of those, I'm gonna have to, I think I might be down at the weekends, as I am now, and kind of going back to how it was a year ago, not staying the night. I think the plan will be is that I will drive down like Saturday or Sunday morning, spend a couple hours here at the house, and then drive back up to Dublin afterwards, because again, if there's no electricity or plumbing or whatever, there's not really much point me being here. I can work on the land, so there is plenty of outside work for me to do, so don't worry, there's still, you know, things for me to do while I'm here, but it's 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 weeks that I'm just gonna let these lads work on everything, and then I will come when it's done. Yeah, this could be my last time here for a little bit. It could be my last night here for the next little bit, if they start this week. If they don't start till next week, then we'll spend next weekend down here again, and we'll do a little bit more repointing, but this could be our last time here for a while looking like this, so it's kind of wild, but very excited about what's to come. And that kind of leads into what is to come. So what's the plan after the builders are gone? So will I still be YouTubing? Yes. This isn't a, you know, building channel, it's not a renovation channel. I think most people follow because they want to see what happens with the house, but also what we do with the land, and kind of like, you know, the homestead, I suppose. So if hopefully that's what you're here for. You'll stay with us even after the builders have left, because there hasn't been a whole lot of building going on, so I'd be surprised if anyone is here just to see building, because we haven't really done any. But yeah, it's all about, it's going to be about the land. We have to finish the house. So when the builders leave, what's going to happen then is the house will be pretty much big stuff done, roof fixed, electrics, heating, plumbing, whatever. But like, it won't be painted. There won't be floors. I need a new kitchen. That won't be done. So there's going to be like a lot of DIY, decorating, things like that to do. And that's what we'll be focusing on with the houses. We'll have all the like painting, decorate, all the fun stuff. The stuff that I'm like waiting for is like picking tiles for the kitchen and picking flooring and, you know, paint colors and all that kind of fun stuff that I thought is what this project would be, but then it turned into something much worse. So that we'll still very much have stuff going on here at the cottage to, you know, DIY renovate and redecorate and whatever else. So there will still be plenty of that to do, and it'll be more fun stuff and stuff that I feel a little bit more confident in doing myself, because painting, you know, everyone can paint. It might not be perfect, but everyone can paint, so I'm very confident that I'll be taking that on. And I'm confident I'll take on a bit of the tiling, and then eventually when we have money again, we will get a new front door, new back door, new kitchen, and new floors in all the rooms and all that good stuff. So the hope is that by the time the builders are done here, that'll be the 50, I think we're already about 5,000 deep into this house, and then we owe the builders about 50 to 55,000 euros. So once the builders are gone, we'll be able to submit for hopefully our money back for the grant. And if that money comes in, then we can turn around and get the new kitchen and get, you know, all the stuff that we need. So that's kind of the plan. That's the hope. So there will still be lots of decorating and stuff to do at the house. It just will also be able to focus on the outside. So obviously the plan is eventually we're going to have a beautiful cottage garden. So that's on the list of things to do. We need to get drainage. So that's on the list. I want to redo the pond area. Not touch the pond itself, but, you know, new trees, get rid of the trash pile, everything like that. And then obviously we need to work on the land. It needs to be fenced. I need some kind of like, not driveway, but like, we're going to split the fields in half. So there's going to be like a kind of pathway or driveway that goes down the middle, and then the fields will be on either side. So that needs to be put in. It needs to be fenced. We need to fix the stables or the outhouses or the sheds, whatever you want to call them. They need to be fixed. Obviously they don't have roofs anymore. They don't have doors, so they all need to be fixed up. We need to get the driveway done, so that I can start parking in the driveway. Then the cottage garden needs to be dug out because it slopes down towards the house, and that's obviously not helping with the water coming into the house, so that needs to be dug out. What else is there? I want to get a polytunnel. Then it's chickens, goats, donkeys, pigs, hopefully, fostering kittens, maybe a dog, maybe a new baby that Morrigan will hopefully get along with. So there's lots and lots to come for the channel. So even when the builders are gone, I'll still be putting out videos, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them and still want to watch. I think we can get into the tour now, what you've probably been waiting for. And I'll just show you each room and show you how it is right now, and then we can all come back in hopefully a month, 2 months time and take a look and see how things are looking, because I'm so excited. I actually, you know, I'm really nervous, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to move in and to get to be here full time and just to have the place warm, dry. The last couple of months has been tiring. It's been hard. Repointing those walls, like, it doesn't look that bad, I think, on camera, but it's so tiring. It's mentally tiring, and like, even just holding it up, like, your arms get tired and your back gets tired and my feet get tired, and It's been like a hard slog the last couple of weeks, so I'm actually really looking forward to just passing it over to the builders and maybe taking a little bit of a step back and just kind of letting them do their thing, and then maybe just relaxing a tiny little bit. Okay, let's get to the tour. Will we show everyone around the house one last time? This is the last time they're going to see the house looking like this. This is the last time you might see. You might not be down for a little while. This might be Morrigan's last time for a little while. Because she's not coming down when the renovation's going on, because I don't want her to get hurt. Mommy cares more about Morrigan than she cares about herself. Oh, my little princess. I love you. We would not be here if Morrigan wasn't here. This was all for Morrigan, so that you could have a nice big field to run around. Okay, so welcome to the final before. So when you come in the front door, you're going to come into the hallway, and we'll start this side. So take one final look at the bathroom. So this will be changed. I love seeing the flowers in the windows. I think that's really nice. Okay, so bye-bye dark floor. What doesn't get picked up on camera is the fact that the floor dips. So the floor dips right down here. So they're going to fix that. Last time you'll see my nasty toilet. Last time you'll see my nasty shower. Yeah. All this is going to be different. Are you saying bye-bye to this room? Yeah. Okay, so then you come back out into the hallway, and we're going to go into the office, which is an absolute mess at the moment. Now, Morrigan, you stay there. You're not to come in here, okay? So here's your last time seeing the office looking like this. If anyone remembers from a while ago, this was the dodgy wall that we found, which promptly made me contact Desi to get him to come out and check the walls. The old fireplace that we found. This is the hot water cabinet, and that's going to be gone because we won't have a hot water tank anymore, so something will have to go in there. But yeah, this is all going to be gone. And the first wall we ever repointed. Hang on, let me turn you around. So that was the very starting of our repointing career. And then obviously the doorway we uncovered. So that leads in through to the big room, the main bedroom. So we'll go in there in a few minutes. We'll go around the other way to go in there. But yeah, so one final look at the home office room. That will also double up as a spare bedroom, but it'll be a home office for the most part. Now, honey, we go into the kitchen. Everyone is going to have to forgive the state of the house. We're kind of half packed. We're going home after this. So this is the last time you'll see the kitchen like this, hopefully. The only thing we're keeping is the fridge and probably the presses. But yeah, this is the kitchen as it is now. And that nasty old radiator. Sorry, the camera might be a bit shaky. It's very cold. So I'm a bit shivery. So it's a bit shaky. And then off to the side of the kitchen, you come down this hallway into the bed. This is the spare bedroom at the moment. And this is actually a lovely little room. It is a lot bigger than it kind of gets picked up on camera. But the sun shines in the evening through this window and it heats this room up. And we've been very toasty and lucky in this room. So we'll just go back up like that. But yeah, this room will probably look very different. This room was the red and yellow room before it looked like this. And this is how we have it at the moment. Good girl, honey. So then from the kitchen, you go into the living room. But then we're into the living room. Now, I'd love to keep these doors. So fingers crossed these can be kept and nothing will happen to them. But this is the living room. And for anyone who's been here since the beginning, this room is what sold me the house. It is huge. It's beautiful. And it will be so nice once the builders are finished. They're not really doing much in this room. But by the time they leave and I can get in and paint everything and whatever else, it'll be beautiful. But this is the living room right now. And eventually it'll be couch, TV. Over here will just kind of be like a little nook. But eventually, like Christmas time, there'll be a Christmas tree and stuff. That's where it'll go. And over here is where the dining area is going to be. So we won't have it in the kitchen. It'll actually be in here. Because eventually in the kitchen there'll be a big island wraparound kitchen. So there won't really be any room. There'll be like the breakfast bar on the island. But the full table will be in here. And then just off the living room is the master bedroom. Where I will be spending most of my time, I'd imagine. I'm a bedroom person. And this is your last look at it, as it looks at the moment. It's mad to think what it looked like before we started pulling down all the plaster and everything like that. But there's the door we uncovered that leads through to the office, that leads through to the hallway. And yeah, this is it. This is your last look at the room before the builders are in.